Good evening.
Good evening.
We are at the end of day 4, and I'm pleased to update the media on the progress so far. If you look at the order itself, the 25 days that the Commission set aside to complete this exercise, and you look at what productivity is needed to accomplish this task within the 25 days, it would mean that we would have had to be doing approximately 94 boxes every day. That works out to about, at every station, every counting station, about 9 boxes every day. Approximately 9 boxes every day. In reality, so far, at the end of day 4, instead of that 94 boxes, we are doing an average of about 40 boxes, which works out to about 4 boxes at every station on an average. When you do a further analysis and you look at the actual counting time, then you will better understand what is happening. So you have an hour for lunch. When we look at an hour for lunch, today the containers were closed off at 5. That is, no box was allowed to proceed to be counted at 5, although the orders speak about closing off at 7. And you take away the time in the morning that we take to go through the checklist, your counting time is reduced by almost 4.5 to 5 hours. Your counting time is reduced every day to approximately 4.5 to 5 hours. So I think having this analysis now, the Commission would need to revisit this issue in relation to the time frame that has been set aside to complete this exercise, because the country has been on pause, at standstill. People's lives are at pause and at standstill, and we need this exercise to be completed, of course, in a transparent manner. So having done this analysis, we will be sharing this analysis with the Commission, and hopefully the Commission can revisit this issue in determining what steps they need to take to ensure that time frame as close as possible, that time frame of 25 days is met. So that is one of the first issues I wanted to address with the media in evaluating where we are at the end of day 4. The tabulation room, yesterday a decision was made to have the statement of observation, which is basically a statement that is not based in any factual position. An agent might say, "Oh, I object to serial number 1234," and it goes in the that observation report. It's not a factual position. There is no evidence that is presented. But what we saw today was that, very strangely, the Commission acceding to a request in having that statement of observation not only displayed to the public, but also read to the public. That, of course, is taking up time in the tabulation. It is reducing the tabulation time. So that is an issue also that is arising, that arose today, that has to be dealt with. We were able to raise this with the chair of the Commission, and she would have promised to relook at this issue. So hopefully tomorrow morning we can have the relook position. So that is where we are. I think today we will have completed close to 50 or 49 boxes approximately. So that is where we are today.
Mr. Ali, you spoke about the time in terms of the counting of the boxes. Party agents did advocate, if my memory serves me well, that the boxes be counted in sequential order. And because of that, you do not know what box will come out. Depends on the number of ballots in that box. which may vary. It may take the time over the 7 o'clock, and in some instances it may take it less.
Yeah.
Let's say at the last hour that box, the box that comes out might go over the time. Isn't it then wise for the agents to reconsider their decision that they put forward to the commission as a result that it was changed from just taking a box at random to sequence, so that they can get to choose a box with less.
Okay, let me answer it.
Even adding another one.
So region 4, the agreement is that we do it in a sequential manner. But region 4, although the agreement is in a sequential manner, yes, we started with the East Bank. But the East Bank is not packed in sequential order. So they'll bring out a box from the East Bank, but it's not in sequential order. So the sequence is not there. The problem here is that you may have a box that went in there at, let us say, 3:30. So coming on close to 5, the box is almost completed. Like we had agents who came out from the count at about 5:15, completed all the boxes at 5:15. It would have been easy for them to complete any other box, right? So you know, that is the position. So that is something that the commission has to address, because the commission has this time frame. CARICOM is here. We have observers here, and you know, all of our country is being held up. The media is being held up here every day, and we're thankful for the presence of the media. But so you have to balance it out, and in balancing it out and in keeping with the time frame set out, the GECOM itself has to relook. I've given you the numbers, the analysis. They now have to relook at it and to see whether maybe they should look at a system that would guarantee X number of boxes being completed every day to bring the process to an end as closely as possible to that 25 days, or to determine that maybe we need to increase our capacity by X stations or Y stations. So that's a decision for GECOM. We'll be thinking about this tonight and looking at recommendations also.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.